before we get started, I just want to talk about how amazing, just spectacular, this smile on Akarin is. It's just such a great, good feel. That smile, just contagious as fuck. Akarin has the most contagious fucking smile in this scene, and I hope you guys don't miss it on episode 3 of this anime. Anyways, I forgot you can't date your childhood friends. That's the name of the anime or something like that. I don't really remember. But let's get down and dirty with it. Episode in the beginning of the episode, I was 100% convinced that Shio and Ayu would actually become the ships to set sail. This whole encounter, this whole first half, I was convinced. They were alone together. She said one thing, he said another thing, and they really got close. But then Shio, being airheaded and such a fucking bimbo, ruined it all while she was talking to Akarin in the bathroom. She felt so embarrassed about the whole situation that she ended up talking to Akarin and saying, wow, I would never fucking date. She might as well have just said, fuck him, he's a loser, he's an ugly motherfucker, don't be a retard, I would never date him. She should have just said that. That's what she basically said. I'm sorry, but that's just what happened. Of course, she was just embarrassed, but she said it in front of Akarin and Ayu. And so that gave Akarin a little bit more hope, but also made her feel a little bit, insecure. She was really insecure. And so during this whole talk right here, this is why now I'm convinced that Akarin is going to become the ship that sits sail. I think they're really going to date. I don't know yet. Anything could happen. We haven't seen the other 2 mystery characters that are supposed to be in the anime, so we haven't seen them yet. And because we haven't seen them yet, I don't know, I'm very doubtful still. I still have my doubts, but this scene right here just made me a little bit more doubtless, and honestly makes me want to say with 100%, 100% rate percentage, that they will actually be the ship that sets sail. They will actually be the one to go all the way. Right here. All right, let's play a little bit. Yeah, I'm just skipping around. What am I doing? What am I doing? But here they have talk. She's like, hey, do you remember what you told me back in our past? And he's like, what? Yeah, to never leave you alone while you go to the bathroom. He was joking. He was joking, of course. But then she's like, no, not that. And then he was like, yeah, I remember, said I'll never leave you alone ever, and we'll always be together. And so I was like, what? When did this happen? He really said that? And so that's what led to Akarin having the biggest smile on her face. The most it's just such an addictive smile. It just that vibe, that atmosphere, that aura of just seeing that smile. I just can't get it out of my head right now. I just want to talk about just what a great feeling it was. It just felt like, I don't know. It's like she just won a gold medal in the Olympics. That's just how it felt. Okay. So here, of course, she's like, look, I remember, I never forgot. And then she's like, it just came out of her mouth. It just slipped right out, I think. Just in the moment, the heat of the moment. She was like, all right, then, when are you going to ask me to be your wife? I was like, all right, anime's over. Everyone, we can just go home. It's like, bro, it's just a home run. Bro, she's literally giving you the cheat sheet. She's giving you the blueprint. She's like, bro, it's like right there, my guy. Don't drop the ball. Don't fumble it. What are you doing? Bro, you cannot fumble this. You cannot. But of course, he's still young. He has no experience. A guy really doesn't have experience until he's damn near in his 40s. We really don't know what we're doing when it comes to dating, unless you grew up around brothers and they were all chads and lady players. You really don't get any experience. And even if you did have brothers and shit, it's not like they're gonna show their little brother all the secrets. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to refrain from him being such a player. even a dad is gonna be like, damn, I really don't want my kid to be a player. So they you know, you end up having less skills as a man, you know, to pick up gals. And a lot of guys, you know, they really don't have any pickup skills. So you know, they're more awkward and cool, if you will. Anyways, so yeah, that point is just moot at this point, because yeah, he's just a kid. He's just, you know, he grew up around gals, so he really, it's even worse because now you have blinders. You know, you really have blinders. You know, you have these blinders. You know, you're used to treating them a certain way. You know, when you have childhood friends, you're used to treating them a certain way, and you really don't know how to treat them as a proper woman or a gal. So he has everything against him. But right here, she's literally telling you, bro, even though she's like, oh no, I'm kidding. Man, you can't fumble this, my guy. You really can't. I'm really rooting for him right now. I really am. And I think this is my ship. This is my prediction, is that she's gonna end up with him, maybe as his number one. At least she's gonna be his number one, because I'm pretty sure Akarin's gonna feel bad for Shio, because Shio's gonna confess before she is. But then because of this whole promise situation, he ends up being with Akarin right here. This is the moment where she says the whole situation of marrying and being his wife, and I'm like, what? Wow, that's just incredible. I mean, you can just tell that she's really desperate for attention and just really wants to get this shit over with. And me too. I want to get it over with. I really do. But that's the thing, guys. We still have more characters that haven't even shown up yet. They're not even part of the story yet. And it's right there in the Myanimelist pages. Right there is character selection. There's gonna be more competition. There really is. I don't know what they see in Ayu, whatever his name is. I don't know what they see in him. But it's true that, you know, they're childhood friends. So it kind of makes sense that there's already a relationship there. There's already a base. There's already foundation. As a guy, though, he's pretty fucking deep. He's pretty average, you know. It's like that's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm just, you know, he's pretty average. There's nothing special about this dude. Not that I can see, at least. You know, it's like episode 3. It's episode 3, all right? He might surprise me. So I don't know what they, you know, there's actually something special. And that's the other thing. This dude really has these gals in his palm of his hands. And if he keeps fumbling, he's gonna lose them. He's gonna lose these gals that are pretty much a home run, an easy a touchdown, if you will. So yeah, man, it's getting exciting. All I can say is getting exciting. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. But the worst case scenario, he fumbles everything and ends up with one of the other gals that haven't even been introduced. Like, bro, to be young again, to be young and in love again.